Good morning. Hello, everybody. I got some great news, and the great news today is that I have actually written a boot camp book that is so good. I'm talking about the book is so good. When I when I was reading the book, I started crying because it's sharing my journey, and I can't believe that God is just gave me the wisdom and the courage to be able to share it with the world. So I I'm reading the book that I've written, and I'm getting emotional because it shows the ups and downs of what it took to get here. Because I didn't start out saying I want my own business. I didn't start out to say I want multiple stores. I didn't start out saying I was going to buy multiple homes. But it all happened because I worked the gift that God gave me. So today, the title of this video is to. It's actually not a. It's not a title. It's actually to ask you for support to buy the book. And the reason that I'm pre-selling the book is because I want my YouTube family and members and subscribers to get it first. So I'm going to tell you what's in the book. You shouldn't just buy the book because you like me. You shouldn't just buy the book because you're a member. You should buy the book because it has purpose, and it's going to be great. The book is 120 pages. It also has pages in there between each chapter that you can write your own goals, what your shortfalls are, and what you want to improve on. So it's a great book to just see my examples, see how you can do it, write down where you are, and then you come back to it. So it's 12 chapters. So this the way you read this book, you don't have to read the book chapter at a time, chapter. You find out what chapter you need right now. If it's a chapter about how to price, go to that chapter. If it's a chapter about how to display, go to that chapter. So it's almost like a entrepreneur, I won't say a Bible, but it's a survival book to get you there. So the title of the book is Evelyn's Creations Boot Camp. You're going to learn, create, and inspire and get paid. The first chapter is the power of creativity, unlocking the gift inside of you. That's chapter 1. The second chapter is building your foundation, the structure behind every strong creator. That's chapter 2. Now, when you see a chapter that you like, you don't have to write it down. Just say, okay, that's where I am right now. It's 12 chapters. The third chapter is mastering your craft, turning skill into confidence and confidence into income. That's chapter 3. Chapter 4 is learn like a leader. So when you're learning, you can't learn like a student. You got to learn like a leader. And that is knowledge in your advantage. Grow with intention. So you want to grow with intentions to win. And win meaning getting paid. Win meaning providing something that's a need. Okay? Chapter 5, create with confidence. So when you are doing your skill set, because this book can be for anybody at any level in any skill set. It's not just for sewers, seamstress, embroiderers, crochet, artists. It's any skill set. This book is good for any skill set. It's a boot camp to give you that military feeling to make you feel, okay, I got to get this done. I got to do this. I cannot leave this on the shelf. I need the income. Okay. The sixth chapter is branding your vision. Branding your vision. I did a video on branding. We're gonna go a little bit more in depth in this book. It's branding your vision. Build a brand that speaks before you do. Remember what I said? If you see it, you know that's her style, or that's her style. So we got a whole chapter on branding your vision. Chapter 7, inspire your audience. Your story is power. Use it to lead and influence. That's powerful. Inspire your audience. When your audience see what you're doing, so you want to get that. Chapter 8, marketing that works. I got these items. What am I going to do with it? How do I get the sale? Chapter 8 shows you how to be consistent and get the gift you seen. You gotta market so you can get that gift. The gift is a good trade. You get compensated for what you produce. That's chapter 8. Chapter 9 is get paid what you are worth. So many of you have told me that you have an item and you settle and you don't always get paid what you're worth. Okay? So chapter 9 goes straight to get paid where you worth. So if you can follow me so far, you can see that I can pick out one of these chapters to get me where I need to be right now. I'm not saying don't read the whole book. The whole book is great, but you might be in a spot or a place in your business and you may need some help right here. So this will be where you want to go, getting paid what you're worth. That means stand your value and charge with confidence. I had a lady last night. She wanted a dress. She needed a dress in 2 weeks. It has a lot of layers to it. She brought her own fabric. She said, how much is the dress? I said, it's going to cost you $400. Oh, no, I can't do that. I said, okay, thank you. Guess what? She came back. She called the phone. She called, I don't know how she got in the mall, y'all. The mall was closed, okay? She left at about, 6:15? The mall closed at 7. She got back to the mall at 7:10. And she told security, I need to go in there and give her this money. I need to give her this money. I want this dress made. She changed her mind on her way out the mall, and she went and got that $400. So charge what you're worth and stand with confidence. There are people that want you because people today want something made. They're looking for anybody that's going to do something with their hands. They are coming from far and near, and they want to get something. That's chapter 9. That's a good one. Chapter 10 is systems for success. Structure, organization, workflows, and build growth. You got to put the systems in for success. So every chapter I have a subtitle to kind of give you the flow of what you're finna read about. So if you're in a hot moment, I need to read something quick. You know how you look how to spell a word in the dictionary? That's how this book is going to be in your business structure. Okay? Now chapter 11, we only have 12 chapters for this one. Chapter 11 is selling with purpose. Serve, lead, and close with clarity, not pressure. That's what I had just told you about. I didn't pressure her. She could get something else. She can get something that's already made. But I didn't pressure her. She put the pressure on herself to come back with the money. Okay? So chapter 11 is serving with purpose. Serve, lead, close with clarity. Be clear about what you want. Be clear about what it's going to take. And don't apply the pressure. So if the person needs it, then they're going to find out, is it really worth it in my life right now? And when they see that they really want it, they come. So you're going to make sure when you're building the garments or you're finishing the task or you're getting the job done, because let's be honest, a lot of people live on borrowed time or last minute time. And you have family, you have children, you have spouses, you have just things to do. Take care of yourself, take care of your pets, take care of your yard. And it has to be a certain sweet spot that it all works together. So you have to make sure that you're selling with purpose, and make sure when you're selling with purpose, it's not going to put more pressure on you. If they come to you, then they're going to get the money. And the labor and the intensity and what you're doing will be more valuable than the money they're spending. Because nobody would spend $400 if it wasn't worth more than $400. Let's be honest. The last chapter is the best chapter. It's called Expanding Your Empire. Think bigger, grow wider, and build a lasting legacy. That's what the boot camp is all about. The last chapter. Think bigger, grow wider, build a lasting legacy. You got to leave your front footprint on this earth, okay? If you saw the video from yesterday, the 102-year gentleman, young gentleman. And the reason I say young is because when he came to me yesterday, I was in the back. I was actually parking my car in the back of the parking lot, and I came through the back door. And I was hearing them talk about, she will be here shortly. She'll be here shortly. She just went to get some supplies. When I walked in the door and I saw this gentleman, I thought he was maybe about 80, and I was like, okay, how can I help you, sir? And they said, you don't know, do you know who he is? I said, no, I don't. You don't know who Mr. Solomon is? I said, no, I don't. And he just started speaking to me, Solomon like in the Bible. I said, oh, that's so nice. And then they said, he's 102. This gentleman had walked a half a mile. He came through the food court and came to my store. That's a half a mile. He walked with the cane. He didn't wear glasses. He didn't sit down the whole time. He wasn't wearing no adult Pampers. This man, I was looking and I said, But you know what his secret sauce was? His thrive to keep his businesses going. He said, I have people to work for me, and I have an accountant, and I have a car detailer because everybody want their car done. I have a restaurant, and I had all these other businesses, and I rent them out and do different things. But his lifeline and his energy is getting up. A World War II vet. World War II ended in 1945. Can you believe that? He was born in 1923. So I'm telling you that when you on this boot camp level with Evelyn's Creations, and while God continue to give me life and breath and able to share my vision and pull everybody up with me, in the boot camp, we said no soldier left behind. So all my youngins that's 19 and 20 on this channel that's looking for a vision and looking for some hope, the first thing, if you're just a subscriber, and I don't mean that lightly. When I say just a subscriber, I'm just meaning that you are just seeing what she has to say. And if you don't like what she has to say, you're going to unsubscribe. I'm going to tell you, your subscription is going to be the best free subscription you ever hit on, especially if you want to have control of your finances and your life and your vacations and the things that go on in your life. If you want to do that, you want to get inspired and you want to stay inspired and you want to get this book. Okay? So when you get this book, I want you to keep this book. This is going to be a 6x9. It's a great little size book. It's going to have things in it. And this is the kind of book that you have with you. If you go on a vacation, if you go anywhere, you go in there and you write down some ideas you have. Because as you go through life and you start getting very creative, a lot of ideas going to come at you at one time. And when they come at you one time, if you don't hold on to them, they're going to run away from you just as fast as they came to you. Right? Can I get a witness? Can I get a witness? So listen. And I keep saying listen, because listen meaning that listen, when I say listen, don't take it like I'm really trying to be a sergeant, a military person. But my dad was Vietnam vet. My husband, Air Force. My sister-in-law's Marines and Army. So I'm used to talking to like, hey, you better, look, if you don't be strong, they're going to run over you. Okay? So when I talk to you in a certain way, it just means that I want you to get it. It doesn't mean I'm thinking that you're less than me, because we're on the same level. We just learning from each other. We are not, no one is better than each other. And you don't have to have a perfect anything to make it today. Okay? When I say that, if somebody, like the lady told me, I know y'all be watching, because I want you to read the comments, even if you didn't make a comment. The teacher told me that my stitches was crooked. And I said, the stitches weren't crooked. You can't sew a crooked stitch. A stitch gonna sew exactly how you want it to sew. The fabric was crooked. So what I'm saying is that don't let the small stuff stop you from making your money. Did you see how that outfit came about? That I'm making for that young mother-to-be and her husband? and now making garments for her unborn baby. Man, I'm asking God to show me how to make these clothes for this baby that's not even in the world. So I don't care what your skill set. I don't care if you're a teacher. I don't care if you are in the ministry. I don't care if you are a startup or you have all these degrees. You can always learn something new. Okay? And when you learn it your way, that's just because you just learned it one way. But look, the roads to a river is not straight. A river winds. Okay? A river you never see a river going straight. A river winds. Okay? Just like the sleeves on this here. Look, the sleeves on this right here. If you took a class, you'll be on this sleeve right up here. But then you got to put a dart in the t-shirt. You put the sleeve to your comfort level. When somebody makes something, they thinking about making stuff that fit on a mannequin. They're not thinking about what fits on a person. So when you're reading when you are looking at the way Evelyn doing it, the way Evelyn is doing it, the way Evelyn is making it, then what I want you to do is just be quiet and look at the end result and learn something new. Okay? So look at this. If you tighten your bra strap up, when you wash your laundry, right? When you wash your laundry, your bra straps, every time you wash your laundry, when your machine's going like this, your bra straps slack. When you tighten your bra straps up and you have that drip off the sleeve, guess what? You pull your shirt down, that shirt fits better. It looks better. So when you think your stitches got to be a straight stitch in a straight line, you done lost before you got started. People don't wear their clothes like that anymore. In the 60s and the 70s, even in the 50s, people were smaller. They didn't eat as much food with all these chemicals in it that we can't avoid now to make the food grow faster or keep the pests off of it. So go back and look at some of the old musicians like Donna Ross and the Supremes and even Patti LaBelle. I made something for Patti LaBelle one time. When you look at how those women were sharp, James Brown, see how small James Brown was? Those people were they were not eating a lot of foods with a lot of calories, and they were very physical. So their clothes were more structured. Now you go past that and you go 50 years and 60 years ahead of that, okay? 20 years, 30 years ahead of that. People are bigger. People more relaxation, and they don't wear a lot of clothes that require girdles. So your structure on your sewing, whatever it is more relaxed. Even if you're building a quilt, people want their quilts a little longer. They want their quilts a little wider. They want to be able to, fluff in it. Even with your hair, people don't look at this hat I'm wearing from Remnant. When people are making their hats, they may have different type of hair. They may wear a wig. They may wear extensions. They may wear braids. So people today are buying things that have longevity, that can fit different ways and different purposes. So I'm here today to let you know we're having a baby. We're birthing a book. It's called Evelyn's Creations BootCamp. Inspire, create, and get paid. Inspire, create, and get paid. You know what I mean? We're going to learn a lot from the book. If you like to get this book, I encourage you to order a copy today. You can text me at 407-590-8767. 407-590-8767. Reserve your copy today. It's going to be the best book ever. Sharing secrets. It's great to have it for the new year. And please, don't hear somebody talking about it. Be about it. Get the book. Figure out what you want to do, where you want to go, how you want to do it, how soon you want to be there. And the one thing about this book, when I talk to you about this book, I tell you that I'm right there with you. I'm not writing a book and you just got to figure it out. The first chapter tells you, when you start this book, I am right there with you to make sure you complete your task, to make sure you get results. And then once you start getting results, you're going to get better, you're going to get faster, you're going to be able to raise your prices, you're going to be able to have a line of people waiting for you. Just like the lady coming in, wants something done. Hey, You don't have an appointment. Hey, you got to make an appointment. Hey, you got to prepay. Okay? So this is Evelyn, your girl with Evelyn's Creations. Please like, subscribe, and share. And thank you all so much. The members, the subscribers, even the conversations that you're giving me. I love it. I love it. I love it. Have a great weekend. Oh, tomorrow night, we're going to be on live at 8:30, Wednesday night. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.